Demons in the Sand. Written by AI Dungeon 2.0. You are Mathis Viven, a gunslinger in the cold and forbidding wasteland of Crystal Babylon. The world is ancient and ruined, littered with crystal spires and long-forgotten technology. You spend your days hunting down the monstrous demons known as Mara who have consumed your memory. You follow the trails of ether streaked across the sky like frozen wisps of smoke, leading you from one beast to the next. You sit by the cold flame of your camp as you clean your gun, preparing for your next encounter. The night is dark and full of terrors. A demon lord known as the Lord of Flies has been sighted in the skies above Crystal Babylon. He is said to be an immortal being, able to transform himself into any form he wishes at will. The desert wastes stretch out before you, a vast expanse of sand that stretches endlessly. It is hot here, hotter than anywhere else on the planet. There are no towns or villages to be seen, but there are many ruins and abandoned structures scattered about the landscape. You walk along the edge of the ruins, looking around. Many of these buildings were once homes, built in the past when civilization was more advanced. Some still stand empty and derelict, their inhabitants gone forever. You continue walking through the ruins, finding nothing interesting, nothing worth exploring. You find yourself wandering deeper into the desert, until you come across a large structure made entirely of stone. You enter the building, which is covered in dust and cobwebs. You look around, seeing that it is indeed a large stone structure. It seems to be some sort of temple or shrine, though you can't tell what purpose it serves anymore. You leave the temple and wander further into the wilderness. You see nothing of interest, save for a few tents set up by nomadic tribesmen. They don't seem to mind you passing them, so long as you keep moving forward. You move onwards, ignoring the nomads and continuing onward towards the horizon. Eventually you reach a wide open area where the land begins to thin out slightly. In this location lies another town, but it is deserted now. You notice that there are several small settlements here, all of which are empty. You walk further into the town, hoping to find something of interest. However, you find nothing of value here either. You search the ground floor of the building, but find nothing useful. You head back outside and begin searching the rooftops and windows of nearby houses. You search the rooftops and windows of nearby houses, but find nothing. You return to the town hall and wait for nightfall. You hear a noise coming from below you, so you climb down into the basement of the building. You descend into the basement and examine the place. The walls are lined with shelves filled with various objects, including books and old maps. You pick up the map and begin reading it. It reads, "This city has been under attack from demons since the beginning of time." You exit the basement and make your way back to the abandoned town. As you approach the door, you notice that it is getting dark. You have no idea how many demons may be lurking about, but if they are really here, then they will surely ambush you at any moment. You rest in the abandoned town and wait for nightfall. You know that you need to get out of here, but you also know that you should stay alert. You remain awake throughout the night, watching for any sign of demons or other threats. You ignore the sand dune and continue walking into the darkest part of the desert. You see nothing but endless darkness as you progress further into the desolate landscape. Suddenly, you feel a presence near you. A voice whispers,
"There's no one here."
You turn around and find yourself staring at a small black figure standing beside you. The creature looks like it could easily fit inside your palm, yet it moves with unnatural grace. Its eyes glow red hot, but its face appears emotionless. You quickly raise your hand and strike the creature. You don't expect it to react in any way, but instead it just continues to stare at you with its cold eyes. It doesn't move, nor does it even blink. You take out your revolver and fire several bullets at the small black figure, which barely budges an inch. Still, you're not done yet. You pull out your other revolver and aim it at its head. You fire the gun. It goes right through the figure's head. The bullet hits its brain and explodes inside, killing it instantly. You pick up the corpse and throw it into the flames. You then look down at your hands and notice that they've turned completely black from all the blood you've shed. You continue walking and soon reach the edge of the desert. You can hear strange noises coming from deep within the earth, but you have no idea where they are coming from or what purpose they serve. Suddenly, you feel a presence near you again. You look up and see a massive winged being hovering over you. He has a long, serpentine body covered in scales, which is adorned by dozens of wings. His skin is pale blue, his hair is jet black, and he wears a crown made of hundreds of tiny golden insects. You scream loudly and charge forward towards the flying demon. However, before you can do anything else, you feel something grab your arm. You turn around and see a pair of glowing green eyes staring back at you.
What are you doing?
The demon asks. You tell the demon that he will be killed and he shall rule no more. The demon smiles and nods, as if agreeing with you. Then, he releases you and begins to float away. You stand there for a moment in shock, before running after him. As you run after the demon, you begin to hear screams behind you. A horde of demons runs towards you. You attempt to kill the demons using your revolver, but it is no use. There are too many of them. As the horde draws closer, you see the end, but you're fine with it. Your life has been long overdue anyway. The horde tramples you, and feasts on your flesh. Your skull is left in the sand, smiling until the end of time.